everyone, Derek Johnson with Tatango.com. This is Text Message Marketing Week in Review, week 43 of 2020. So where are we getting all these text messages? SMSarchives.com. Check it out. Thousands of text messages have been archived this year. I think over 150 brands now are represented in SMSarchives.com. Check it out. Great resource for anybody looking to do SMS marketing or people that are already doing SMS marketing looking for inspiration. All right, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Week 43. Okay, so the first one is Lane Bryant. So you can see here right off the bat, love it because they have the emoji with the little apple. So you pick apples, you pick sale, $40 off, $100 or $100 off, 200 plus at Lane Bryant, use code. Now, the first thing I'm noticing right off the bat is great use of emojis, great use of, kind of like you pick apples, kind of mixing things up. But then as you can see, it kind of starts to blend the whole message. The reason being is there's no line breaks. Use line breaks. Everybody should be using line breaks at this point. Line breaks essentially, allow the text to be here, and then, you press this, the return, key on your, keyboard, and, press it twice usually to jump it down twice. So it just allows the consumer to more easily kind of digest the information rather than kind of bundling it all up into one thing. As you can see, when I started reading it, I kind of started getting confused. I would do 3-4 different line breaks in here, and then also exclusions apply, help for help, stop to stop. Always put that at the very end, at the very last line break. You don't need it right near the shop now. It's taking focus away from specifically what Lane Bryant wants them to do, which is click shop now. Good use though of call to action, shop now, use code. Again, people are not mind readers, so make sure that if you put a link in, tell them you want them to click the link to shop. Use this code. Don't make them guess. So some improvement here, line breaks, but I love the emojis, love the call to actions. Great job from Lane Bryant. All right, let's jump to the next one. Arrow. So again, starting with the brand name, that's a choice. You can do it if you want, or you can mix it within the message. Make sure in the message though the brand is represented, because then people will be like, "Who's this from?" They do it at the very start. I'm more of a fan of putting it within the message. The reason being is if you can at the start of your message put something that will kind of encourage people to, when they see it on their mobile phone, they'll see a preview of it. So, something like, save 50% off when you spend, that's a great preview. People will click on that and see what the message is. If they just see arrow, we put the T in, they're like, what the heck is that? That doesn't make any sense. So remember that most people are seeing a preview on their mobile device of the message. You got to get them to click the preview to open up the full message. And then, you obviously got to do a good job in the full message to get them to click on the link usually, then to go to the mobile website. So we put the T in vote, shop arrow X rock the vote now, and then they're using a link at the bottom. The reason the link doesn't look so good, or it's not just a blue link, is the iPhone is rendering or previewing the link. Aeropostale, actually, yeah, that's weird. Arrow and Aeropostale, maybe Arrow is kind of their short name for their company. Again, make it very clear. Consumers, you don't want to miscommunicate or kind of make a consumer think this could be a phishing message or a spam or scam message. So maybe use your full name if you can. And this one right here, they have enough characters for the full name. Now, if Arrow is, what most consumers go, reference this company by, definitely use Arrow. The link preview here, though, I like, they got a good title, rock the vote, but then use a link preview image. This one's just pulling kind of the A, which is the little favicon from the website. Make sure to use a big, bold, colorful image in your link preview. You'll get way more clicks, which means more ROI. I'm not sure what this is, but I like how they're including the voting kind of component in there. So it's a little, social, plus kind of the shopping. I'm guessing what they're doing is they're linking to, articles of clothing maybe that have voting or stuff like that on it. Or maybe it's kind of like a nonprofit, maybe they're donating certain portion. So you could also spell that out a little more clear in the actual message. All right, next one is Reebok. Loyalty perks are where it's at. Already a member. So right here, this is line break central. There's a lot of different line breaks. Loyalty perks are where it's at. Line break. Already a member, line break. Reply unlocked to get exclusive offers. Line break. Not a member, join now. Maybe you don't have to put that as a line break. I love, though, how they're mixing it up. Most of the time it's, click here to join or click here to shop or whatever. This is reply unlocked to get exclusive offers. Not a member, join now. And then they have the link. So great call to action. I like how they're mixing it up too, where it's, reply unlocked rather than just, click this link, because most of their messages are just click this link. Good title in the link preview. Again, image. Make sure you're testing the link preview image on your phone. This one is so tiny. It could be an awesome, very colorful photo. So they're missing out, on the link preview image. All right, the next one is Uncommon James. So this is an interesting one. So as I was saying, maximize the link preview. So as you can see at the bottom here, they are maximizing the link preview image, but this is an MMS message and they're using the same image as the MMS image. So now it just becomes really confusing because do I click on the top one or the bottom one? I'm not really sure. What I usually recommend is if you are using a MMS message and it's an image, a GIF, or a video, what I like is keeping the link as a blue link. Don't force it to preview on the phone. I think it just makes that message look much more better than kind of having two different images, and this one is the same image, so it really doesn't make that much sense. In here too, if you're using an MMS message, you get up to 5,000 characters. So go, hard on the returns, line breaks essentially. So, I would say Uncommon James, did you hear? Line break, and you could even do like 3 line breaks if you want to kind of mix things up. 3, 2, 1, like you could mix up the line breaks because as you can see here, it's kind of a jumbled message. And then also don't miss out and grab one for a friend while you're there. This is a great example of like, what do you want me to do? What's the call to action here? I'm not seeing it. I know because I've been doing text messaging for 13 plus years, the brand wants you to click on the link, but a consumer might just look at this and go, what are they talking about? I have no clue. Like, where's the call to action? I would put the call to action, shop now, click here to whatever, they want to do. So again, make sure you have a specific call to action for the consumer. All right, this is the last one, Butter London. So great use of an MMS image. They don't have the link preview at the bottom. Again, if it were me, I'd put just the blue link rather than the link preview. But amazing MMS image up there. The color, the background is perfect. Again, you want to stay away from like white and black backgrounds because you don't know, the background of the phone, so it kind of can blend in. This one, pink, is awesome. It ties in with the brand as well. Also, see how they're using the little medallion there, the $20 value that helps to kind of bring people in. Say hello to longer lashes. Get our top rated mascara free with any $50 purchase. Use code DOUBLEDECK. I would do something, again, you have 5,000 characters. Use code DOUBLEDECK when you click here to shop or something like that to make the call to action a little more understandable. So another great example of an MMS message from Butter London. All right, that's it, you guys. This is week 43. Again, my name is Derek Johnson with Tatango.com, and all these text messages can be found at smsarchives.com. Check it out. Thanks, everyone.